Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer and I use the Sidereal Zodiac to predict. And this is the week 48th I'm going to be talking about. And I would request you to subscribe and like my channel if you're watching me for the first time. So I do the weeklies, monthlies, yearlies, and from time to time, what exactly is the current planets, transit. So I do share my insights on that as well. And I do the predictions based on the moon sign or the ascendant, whichever resonates more with you or whichever is less afflicted. So you can yourself decide as to which one is matching up more. Actually, I use the ascendant, so it's all up to you. And to know what is your ascendant, you have to go and pick up any kind of software which can erect your chart. You have to punch in your date, time, and place of birth. Astro Sage is there. Then we have Drik Panchang. We have Cosmic Insights. These are very good softwares available both on Windows as well as on your phone. Whichever is the first house, the first diamond, that is your ascendant. So that's how you go about it. So I do the tutorials at times, when I feel like teaching and, imparting my knowledge. So there are a number of tutorials that I have made. So you can go to the playlist and check them out as well. So what exactly is this week going to be about? I'll be sharing, and this is from the 22nd to the 28th of November, as I said, 48th week, and it's based on Moon's movement. So whenever Moon is transiting, because it's the swiftest, it interacts with the planets. So that's how, we feel that, the overall picture remains the same, but every day is different. We eat something in the first meal and something else in the last meal. So that is all because of Moon's interaction with the planets. It can be really judged. How precise is this subject of astrology? You can imagine. So Moon will be transiting through 3 signs of Gemini, Cancer, and Leo this week, and is going to be aspected by Jupiter and Venus to start with in Gemini from 22nd, 23rd. 24th, 25th, Moon will be in Cancer sign aspected by Ketu and Saturn, and will be in Leo sign 27th, 28th, and is going to be aspected by Jupiter. What are the highlights of the week? We have Mercury and Ketu combination, that is, they are going to be conjunct in close vicinity in Scorpio sign. No planetary changes in the sky this week. So I'll be sharing the screen and I'll be showing you the North and the South Indian charts so that you can understand yourself. And I'll be showing you what exactly is this week going to getting us at all the 12 ascendants of the moon signs. So stay tuned. So to start with, Aries natives first. For Aries Ascendant or the moon sign, whichever resonates more with you. Aries is going to be having this moon transiting through his 3 houses, that is 3rd, 4th, and 5th, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo. Is going to be aspected by Jupiter and Venus to start with. So the week starts on a very positive note, because you will be having a lot of communication with people, the female counterparts at home. And Jupiter is also going to be aspecting, so good time for siblings, for neighbors to interact with them, good time for travels. This is definitely going to be giving you elevation in your financials. Maybe you will be having some decision making, which is going to be really very important regarding your investments also. Mercury is going to be closely conjunct this week with Ketu at 7 degrees some minutes. So you have to be really careful about your investments and logical reasoning, because you have to be making some decisions this week, because Moon is also going to be interacting. So you have to be really careful about that, because Mercury is our intellect, calculation, and logic reasoning. Moon will be in your 4th house from 24th to 25th, 26th. 3 days, Moon is going to be 2 quarter days. In fact, Moon is going to be in your Cancer sign. You can be very emotional. You can make decisions emotionally, which can maybe lead to some negative thinking and negative decision making. So you have to be very careful. You have to drive carefully. Saturn is looking at this moon. So you have to be careful about your emotions at the place of work and home front. There can be some relatives coming at home and you eat something, being that get together party, so you can eat something wrong and it can lead to some stomach related problems also. You have to be taking care of your emotional bent of mind. Some action is required to take care of your financials also this week. Lastly, Moon will be in your 5th house zone, and it is going to be giving you a lot of complications in relationship. You have to be taking care of that as well. 21st is the only day when you can have some more, verbal heaty arguments with your partner. But when Moon is going to be in Leo, that is from the 27th to 28th, that is the time when you have to be extra cautious about your aggression, about your speech related issues that you can have in your communication with your partner. Do not get carried away in your investments this week, because Mercury is in your 8th house and is going to be closely conjunct Ketu also. So this can lead to some health issues, also some wrong decision making. But yes, it's a good time for your journeys. In case you have to go some overseas for education, this is a good time for research. You have to write some research papers, very positive. In case you have to go and with your partner out for dinner, you can do that as well. This week, you will be making some major decisions regarding your workplace also. Maybe there are certain bosses who are changing, and they are going to get elevated, they are going to get promoted, and maybe they're going to be having a good chemistry and bonding with you also. So have some good communication with them. Keep the influential people in touch. Overall, it's a good week for education purpose, also for research. Some do not change subjects right now. This is not the time, if at all you are thinking of. Competition, of course, you can be very competitive. So this week is a positive week because Moon is transiting through good places. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. For Taurus natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th houses this week. And the major highlight, that is Mercury transiting through the Scorpio sign in close vicinity to Ketu, is definitely going to be bringing about some problems, some complications in your relationship. To start with, Moon is going to be in Gemini sign, and it's going to be aspected by Jupiter and Venus. So you're going to be thinking about financials, other people's money, or maybe you'll be interacting more with your seniors, bosses, gurus, some spiritual quest you're thinking of. And also there can be some frustration or unhappiness related to your family members also. You're going to be having some frustrated kind of a feeling, or maybe some claustrophobic kind of a feeling. You feel suffocated in making decisions or making some kind of choices. So this can lead to some misinterpretation, miscommunication with your partner, with the outside world. You are, as it is, feeling those energies with Rahu or your 1st house from a long time, because this gives a lot of confusion and deviation in your path, whatever you've opted for. So in case you have to make certain decisions regarding your travels, you should be careful about your investments. Also, you should be careful. But yes, it's elevation time. Jupiter is well positioned, looking at this Moon this week. So surely you'll be deciding, making some wise choices also. Moon will be in your 3rd house on the 24th, 25th, and 26th. You'll be very emotional about your communication with your siblings, neighbors. You're going to be making some decisions during this time. Enemies might be pinned down. You will be able to improve your health and relationships during this time. This is a very good opportunity. Saturn is looking here, so it can curtail you from making wrong decisions, wrong choices about your investments. Some short distance journeys are on cards, so make sure that if you're taking those journeys, you are well prepared. Maybe, there is a breakdown. Maybe you're taking a road journey, because Mercury and Ketu are going to be closely conjunct, and Mercury is also short journeys and travels. So communication. So maybe, your computer breaks down or something happens which really puts you off. So make sure that you are fixing everything well, and your mind is also fixed well. You don't lose your temper, get frustrated. Moon is going to be in your 4th house by the end of the week. So this is the time when you will be having from 27 to 28. This is the time when Mercury will also get closely conjunct, from the 25th onwards. So this is the time when you will have decision making regarding your house change, or maybe some modification in the house. Some relatives come home, and then you will have some spoils your stomach. So make sure that you don't eat anything which is from the outside. So avoid that. This is also a very good time to connect with your roots, your childhood friends. This will lead to some quick decision making also in impulse. But make sure that you take care of your health, take care of your investments during this time, because Mercury is going to be very closely conjunct this Ketu, and Mercury being the lord of your second, which is wealth, and your fifth, so relationship, love. There can be some miscommunication here as well with the people around you. In case you have to go in for some business partnership, you should actually be doing it wisely. You have to be very careful about your investments during this time. Maybe some decisions coming your way. You have to make some decisions which really require a lot of attention. So rest, I think it's good because Saturn, your yoga graha, is in the 9th house. That is also very positive because the luck is in your favor. So depend on your luck, but put in the hard work as well. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. For Gemini natives, this moon is going to be over your first, second, and third houses this week, and it's going to be giving you a lot of energy in making decisions regarding yourself. You are going to be very emotional about people, about your relationships. You're very protective, romantic mood this week to start with. This can also lead to some kind of seclusion, to initial seclusion, but later on it will get better. You will get very mixing on the 21st, especially 22nd. You will be secluded, but then you will be in that zone where you will be very attached to people. You'll be communicating with people, and investments. You're going to be discussing about your travels, discussing about the projects in hand. So all that is on cards. Some hairdo, some change of looks you're working on, or maybe your partner is going to be on that spree to change the looks. You buy something which is extraordinarily expensive to show off to people. You want to just project that you have some good amount of money by the middle of the week. So just make sure that you don't go overboard in your investments and in your expenditures. By the end of the week, it will be like a good time to travel in case you have to plan any kind of purchases, some short journeys as relates to your work. Maybe you're planning something from a long time, so that happens in your favor. There are certain projects in hand. So that is something which is definitely very positive for you. Health issues, I always say, because, Saturn is in the 8th house, generally, gives, which really need attention. Rahu is also in the 12th house. It's not that I'm making up anything from my side, but whatever is visible, that's my moral duty to forewarn you. So you have to be taking care of your health, investments, loans, litigation. You have to be careful when Mars is also going to be transiting your 6th house zone, 6th house energy. Enemies can become too prominent in your life. Don't get involved in gossips. Gossip mongering can happen. Maybe you're discussing things with the most trustworthy people, and then you come to know that they are not. So be careful about all those energies as well. And the 3rd house will give you, when Moon is transiting through, that is a good day for you, because it will give you good communication, good health. You will eat what you want to eat also during this time, so which will not spoil your health. So that's something which is very, very positive. Overall, I feel that with Venus transiting a good house, Jupiter transiting the good house, so this is a big time saving grace. Luck is by your side. Even if you are having problems, you should have supportive planets, which you do have. So here you're going to be having some health issues, but they'll be taken care of as well. Since Jupiter has transited through your 9th house, the luck is by your side. So don't just think that it's all negative. We cannot write off any kind of transit completely, or we cannot even think about the transit as the best transit. Okay, there's nothing like that. Your children, competition, success coming their way in case they have to. Travels also on cards. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. For Cancer natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 12th, 1st, and 2nd houses this week. So this will give you some kind of seclusion, isolation. You want to contemplate on things that you have, because the cycle is coming to an end now. In the 12th house, when the cycle is ending, you want to communicate with yourself. You want to talk to yourself. Maybe you want to write something. You want to make a presentation, or you want to do some, a write-up. You're focused on. Also in the first house, that is going to be from 24, 25, 26, 3 days, 2 quarter days. In fact, Moon is going to be in your first house. So the energy is very emotional kind of an energy, positivity, doing things for others. You're very emotional kinds. So this will lead to the emotions on the height, and you might just make decisions in impulse. Also, you can be suspicious kinds. You can have some scandals, around you, or they get revealed. With Jupiter, which is also a pious planet in the 8th house in a negative place. So this is also going to be bringing about something huge, some health issues which are very, prominent, and will be taken care of also. Don't worry about that. But yes, in relationships, you will have some complications. So make sure that you do not lose your cool and do not go overboard in your investments. Also, with overseas clientele, you can have some connectivity, and you'll be discussing some projects, or maybe children, students, they are going to be traveling also. They're deciding about their subjects, and they're going to be very competitive as well. With Ketu and Mercury combination, this is not that good for romance, affair, or love relationship. Not a good time. Maybe there will be some confusion in relationship, and then you'll end up into break. So do not get carried away. Moon is going to be transiting your 3rd house by the end of the week. So this is like, you will be very courageous. You'll be toppling your enemies, some travels on cards, and this is going to be a very satisfying kind of a period, 2 quarter days from 27, 28, especially, you'll be having a lot of satisfaction there. This is also going to give you some relief in your health issues, if at all you're having. Maybe you had fever and now you're recovering. Your siblings, your relatives, your friends, they're going to be supportive of you. You will take their help in deciding some things. If your relationship with your spouse is going to get better, and of course, there can be some communication that you wanted to strike, so you will be doing it during this time. Also, Venus is in your 6th house, which that kind of a placement where, you have a lot of confusion with your partner. You'll be buying some vehicle. So decide about your investments carefully, and your relationship. Overall, it's not a bad transit this week. You're going to be thinking of bigger things, and you'll be implementing them as well. So go ahead with it. It's very positive for you. For Leo natives, this transit of Moon is happening over your 11th, 12th, and 1st houses. So you're going to be getting connected, peers, your friends, your communication is going to be enhanced, or you meet somebody in a get together, some charitable institute, you're going to be visiting, and you'll be donating something. And it can also lead to some travels also. Travels which are going to be very fruitful, something to do with your business, some professional career. You're going to be thinking of getting in touch with the people around you who actually are supportive of you, or you're going to be advising them, or you're going to be taking help of them. It is like an accomplishment of all the desires and successes coming your way. It's like that kind of a scenario. Maybe you will have some interaction with the influential people. Also, communication is pretty strong. Mercury is going to be very closely conjunct Ketu this week, and it's not going to be giving you any kind of relief at the home front. You'll be very anxious. Your communication might be really, going for a toss. It can be that people misunderstand you. So be careful about what you communicate, especially with your family members. There's a lot of ego hassle, or maybe there is a miscommunication or misunderstanding which can come up. So be careful. In the 12th house, Moon is going to be a little stressed out. Health issues can come up. You can be very emotionally, emotionally you can be very weak during this time. But this is also like a very detaching kind of isolation kind of an energy, because it's the last sign. So Moon has already transited through all the signs, and it's coming to an end now. The cycle is coming to an end. So maybe it's the time to contemplate or introspect what actually happened or what to do. You're just gearing up. It's sort of a rest kind of a period, rejuvenation, relaxing. So you want to just unwind. So maybe you want to do some kind of work which requires a lot of attention. You're isolating. It can also lead to hospitalization. You're unwell. You're secluding yourself. So all those energies are also seen from the 12th house. Or maybe you're with your partner, the bed pleasure, house of bed pleasure. So you're having the intimate relationship. So that is also getting active with this. But yes, this is also going to be giving you a lot of expenditures. Maybe you will be buying something which really, is not required, and then you regret, why I spent so much money. There are certain illegal activities you can be involved in, so you have to be careful about that. Moon will be transiting through your first house, and that is towards the end of the week, and that's also leading to some kind of disagreements with people. You're going to be having some emotional attachments with material things. Also, Jupiter is looking here, so this definitely is going to give you enhancement in relationship, in enhancement, love, care, spending more time with the partner also. And there is some proposal that can come in also related to your marriage or some alliance, or maybe some business partner that you're going to be coming across. You're going to be investing, so that is also going to elevate you. This is a good transit for you for that reason. Venus is well positioned, so is Jupiter. So this definitely is a very powerful combination which is happening in the sky. So utilize it. Mercury, when it's combust and with Ketu this week. So that is the time you have to be a little careful with your family members. You can have some ego clashes. So be careful about all those energies. Otherwise, it's a good one. You will make certain bold decisions which definitely are going to help you in future. So be strong, be bold, but don't be blunt. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 10th, 11th, and 12th houses this week. And this is going to be giving you some kind of energy towards your career. You're going to be having a raise, maybe promotion. Your boss is going to appreciate your work. And this is a period to start a new business also, if at all you're thinking of. Some lucrative business or professional trips, some travels, journeys that can happen. Just be sure that it is not during the time when Mercury and Ketu are very closely conjunct on the 25th, 26th, 27th. These are the periods you have to be really careful about. But overall, it's a good period for accumulation of wealth, travels, relationship. Maybe you will come across somebody at a get-together. You're going to be very emotionally attached to your friends this week. You're going to be enjoying having a good time with your friends and company. And your mind is quite stable also. You're going to be very emotionally attached. There is a lot of energy, accomplish the goals that you have set. Lastly, Moon will be in your 12th house. That's the energy. That's for 2 quarter days, 27, 28. So that's the energy when you want to isolate yourself. You want to seclude yourself from the outside world. You just want to do things for yourself, or maybe you're very stressed out due to your health issues. So make sure that you are taking that medicine on time. Maybe you're having some fever, or you're ignoring it. So eat right, sleep on time. Your body needs some rest. You're too stressed out. And you should not think that things are never going to get better. There are certain periods which come and go. If good time doesn't stay, neither will the bad time. So just be more receptive to whatever comes your way and accept things. Only then you will be able to sail through the tough phase as well. So definitely a time to do for others, help others, try donate things which you really don't need, donate them all. Okay, don't clutter your place, and don't expect things to happen on their own. You have to put effort. We have to put effort to get fed, right? So Mercury is going to be conjunct Ketu, so be careful about your journeys, about your investments. So definitely this is going to help you. If you're wise, your transits become better. Coming to the next sign, that's Libra. For Libra natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 9th, 10th, and 11th houses this week. And this week, you have to really slow down. You will work, but you have to really give some kind of, you have to give yourself some time. You have to relax. There are certain issues that you have to sort out this week. There is some reputation that you have to, or maybe some disagreement that can lead to some dispute. Maybe with your father, father-like figures, authorities, or they can be that you have some body pains that you have to go through. So you have to be taking care of those as well. Maybe in your legs you have some pain, so make sure that you take some rest. You really need some rest. You might indulge in some charity, so you should be actually going in for some donations or something. Maybe you go to a charitable institute and do that. When Moon is transiting your 10th house on the 24th, 25th, 26th, that's the time when you will be more focused on your career, your goals. You're going to be setting those goals and you're going to be achieving those goals as well. Some body pains also, will be troubling you even when Moon is right opposite Saturn. So this is the time when you will be having some offers also related to your work. Maybe you have to travel, professional trips. Also, friends and family will be supportive of you. There can be that you spend less time at home and you're working overtime. This will also be good for the authoritative and government people, if you're working for a government organization. So this is a good period for you in case you're appearing for some competition. So success comes your way. Mercury, being the Karaka for or significator for education, is conjunct Ketu. So this can lead to some problems in speech, something related to your stomach. Also skin. So take care of all those areas. And do not get carried away, what the others are saying, maybe your friends only lure you or advise you wrongly by mistake. You make decisions which are not supposed to be made right now about your investments. They can backfire. So just don't get carried away. And maybe, somebody, maybe some female or women counterparts, they come and rescue. They might be really helpful. Some creative ideas that definitely are going to trigger those positive energies at place of work. So utilize that and take help of your mother, sister, or somebody from your friend circle who's a female counterpart, irrespective of your own gender. Okay. So coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. All right. For Scorpio natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 8th, 9th, and 10th houses. 8th house transit is little, uncomfortable kind of a placement for Moon because your mind is quite wavering. It doesn't help you make decisions. That is what 8th house transit, fluctuations, decisions that lack consistency, mood swings. You really want to do things your way, but they are not happening your way. So you feel frustrated. So whenever Moon is in the 8th house, you should not make important decisions. You can be fickle-minded. You can go wrong in your decisions. You should stay calm. You're channelized towards the relationship. Suspicious also. Rahu energy is also there in the 8th house, 7th house. So, and it gives fluctuations in your wealth also. Moon is going to be transiting through the 9th house after that. So this is like, you have to slow down. You have to work a little less. You have to take some rest. That's going to happen on the 24th, 25th, 26th. Moon is going to be in your 9th house zone. And Saturn is also there. So maybe you will be taking your partner out for dinner. You're going to be having some kind of connectivity with the nature. Moon is going to be in your 10th house zone. And that is the time when you will be more focused on your career, your work, your maybe spending more time at the place of work. Some elevation is on cards because Jupiter is also looking at this zone. You enjoy the company of your co-workers. You're very energetic and you have some really, some projects coming your way, which are definitely going to elevate you. So you are having some inclination towards new things. Overall, a good period for wealth prospects, positive week. So to start with, it's not, but later on it gets better. Also from the 22nd till the 26th, this is the time when you will have a good connectivity and rapport with your partner. Maybe you are going to be taking your partner out for a holiday, or you spend more time with your partner during this time also. Mercury is on communication and it's going to be conjunct Ketu, closely conjunct on the 25th, 26th. So make sure that you do not get carried away in your communication or making illogical decisions regarding your investments. So you have to be taking care of all those energies. But yes, Jupiter in the Kendra, it's a big time saving grace for you. So depend on the divine grace. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 7th, 8th, and 9th houses this week and is going to be feeling quite charged up in relationship. Sexual contact or intimate relationship definitely is on cards. 7th house energy is considered to be, maybe some delegates coming to your country or your place of work. some kind of foreign connectivity, foreign deals, foreign profits coming your way. A love, romance, that is going to increase. As I said, you're going to be enjoying a healthy and a happy relationship, with Venus also looking at this zone. Some achievement of you will, the sense of achievement for whatever endeavors you have put in, you will feel that energy coming your way. Encouraging, this is very encouraging kind of a transit. And travels on cards, in case you have to plan, you should be. In the 8th house, this is you can have some health issues. Saturn is also looking here. So feet region, you have to take care of your feet region. You have to take care of your stomach. And also, there are certain fears and anxiety you can go through, some fluctuation kind of mood swings that you can have. You feel quite lonely, you feel frustrated whenever Moon is in the 8th house. Very emotional kind of a placement, because Moon is in its own zone. So this will give you some kind of communication gap with people also. You're very emotional about people, but people are not understanding that, or maybe they're not acknowledging the same. So don't worry, this is a little bit of frustrating energy, but finally you will understand that this was required. So nothing to lose. Mercury is going to be conjunct Ketu in close vicinity in the 12th house. Don't buy things which you don't need. They can be that you buy a gadget and then, you have to return, or it breaks, or, you feel that you have, just invested, then, you just didn't need it, or that it doesn't work. So you have to be extra cautious about those energies. Also, Moon will be transiting the 9th house towards the end. So your progress slows down, or you should slow down. Your hard work is not paid off. You feel that there are certain issues that you have to confront. There are certain reputation, you are not able to complete the task. So the reputation comes at stake. Jupiter is looking here. So there's a big time saving grace, divine grace coming your way, of course. In whatever you do, it's a good time to connect to the nature. Maybe with your partner, you go out and, just connect with the nature, have dinner outside. This is the time to have a good communication with the partner. For relationship, very good. In case you have to plan a religious trip, go to a religious place. And there are certain challenges that you have to combat at the place of work also. You have elevation in your financials. Mars is going to give you all that kind of courage and boldness in making decisions regarding your investments and financials. Okay, Saturn depletes your financials and savings, but at the same time, Jupiter is in the 3rd house, is taking good care of your financials as well, because it's looking at your 11th. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. For Capricorn natives, Moon is going to be transiting this week in your 6th house to start with, then 7th, and then the 8th house. 6th house transit is actually the one which gives you success, name, fame, connectivity with your co-workers, house of service, expenditures on things which you use for working out, diet. Maybe you follow a strict diet, or you start a fitness regime during this time also. You can buy some new gadgets. You can maybe go in for some loans. There can be some litigation that you have to file, competition you are going to be sitting for, and you're going to be successful, of course. But 22nd to the 26th, it's very good for a relationship. Or maybe you will come across somebody and you will have a good rapport with that person. But 27, 28, this can lead to some complications and misunderstanding in your relationship. Maybe, you will come across somebody and then you will not be able to click or gel well with that person. You will realize that later. Moon will be transiting your 7th house and 8th house also. So this will bring about some foreign deals, profits from the foreign associations, business partnership, and love romance also increases during this time. You will enjoy a healthy and a happy relationship with your spouse, with your partner, income growth, some good money you will make in your business that day. The endeavors that you have put in, you're going to be paid off for that as well. Quite encouraging, actually. 8th house transit definitely is not considered to be good, but thankfully Jupiter is there. It's a big time saving grace, and it will lead to some efforts which you have put will be paid off. Health issues can be dealt with because of Jupiter looking at the 8th house energy. So you will face some health issues, but they will be also taken care of. Some stress, some depression. Jupiter energy is going to be a protection. You will feel isolated, but suddenly you will realize that it's not worth it. So that's something very positive. Saturn is giving you a lot of hard work, hard time, I would say, because it's looking at your 10th house zone, and Mars is looking at this Saturn. So you have a lot of boldness also. Mercury and Ketu are going to be very closely conjunct in your 11th house, not good for investments. And there can be some communication gap with your friends, with the community you move around in this week. So be careful about those energies. Otherwise, it's definitely a very good time for getting involved in any kind of relationship, initiation of romance, and also good time for your intimate relationship. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. For Aquarius natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 5th, 6th, and 7th houses. And 5th house energy is about intellect. Maybe you'll be gathering a lot of knowledge this week. You're reading some books and you come across something which you never expected to. Some new ideas might just come in, and you will be using them for your at the workplace, or you'll be implementing those ideas. Artistic bent of mind, maybe, something to initiate of that sort. You can have some indigestion this week, so make sure that you eat right kind of food. There can be some stress also. The Jupiter is in your 1st house looking at this Moon in Gemini sign. So it's good for children, good for student natives, good for competition, and weight gain in case you are losing weight. So this is a good time for weight gain. But if you're already overweight, then this is going to definitely bring about more weight. So workout, that you can maybe start when Moon is in your Cancer sign in the middle of the week, because Ketu and Saturn are looking at your Cancer sign. So maybe, you want to start some fitness regime and you're not able to. You start something, it doesn't end. You're not able to reach that level, that particular level that you have, you should be. So that is something which frustrates you from a long time, because, Ketu and Saturn are looking from Cancer sign from a long time. So this is leading to a lot of frustrating of energies also, but not a good time for litigation, not a good time. Don't disturb this area for service. Be where you are, status quo. Do not change the job. Do not think of starting any kind of fitness regime. What happens, you start, then will not actually, you can't take it to another level. So those kinds of energies are there, but just be persistent. Just go on. Don't give up. Only then you will be able to, just utilize, these kind of transits. You have to swim against the tide. Don't give up. Okay. Moon will be transiting your 7th house. So this will lead to some profitability, or maybe you'll be getting connected with some foreigners, foreign associations, some foreign delegates coming your way, and they're going to be pumping in money in your project. Love and romance will increase. You will enjoy a healthy and a happy relationship with your spouse. Income shoots up. Your social life improves. Your friends and friends and family, you get together with, and your endeavors are being paid off. Whatever you have achieved till now, you're going to be very happy about it by the end of the day. So this is what is going to happen, and Mercury and Ketu are going to be very closely conjunct by the middle of the week. So be careful about those energies. Some bosses might change. You can have some complications with your seniors as well, authorities. 25th, 26th, 27th, especially be careful, because Mercury is going to be completely conjunct Ketu, and that can lead to some kind of communication gap with your bosses at the place of work. With your co-workers also, you can have some problems. So make sure that you do not pick up any kind of arguments or heated energies here at the place of work during this time. All right. And not a good thing for initiating of any kind of education also. Okay. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. For Pisces natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 4th, 5th, and 6th houses this week. And in the 4th house, you have a lot of emotional bent of mind. You feel that you want to spend more time with your family. So that's something which you should be doing also. Venus is looking here. So you might just be spending time with your partner, the female counterparts, maybe mother, or you're very emotional about your mother also. At the place of work, maybe you will be having somebody coming home. You're inviting them home. There's a small get-together that you're keeping. There can be that you are having some get-together with your relatives also. Take care of your digestive system. It can lead to some problems. Drive carefully when Moon is in the Gemini sign, and it's in Punarvasu also, in the Gemini sign. I'll be giving all the nakshatras in the description box. There can be that you have some chest related problems, breathing troubles. So take care of that as well. Some creative ideas that are, going to actually elevate you. You'll be utilizing those energies. You'll be making some really good decisions during this week, in the middle of the weeks, 24, 25, 26, especially. It is going to give you hike in your reputation. People are going to recognize you. People are going to acknowledge you. You're going to be having some good connectivity, profitability at the in your business also. But it's not considered to be good for your relationship during this time, especially. You can have some complications with the partner. So do not make any decision whether I should be with this partner, whether I should leave this partner. All that is going to be happening. Is this relationship going to work? 22nd to 26th, you can have some intimate relationship, and then you will have some complications in the relationship also by the end of the day. 27th, 28th is a good time. You will be very communicative with your partner. You will spend more time with your partner. Maybe you'll dine and you will have good time with your partner. But that's not a good period for having some job satisfaction. You can have some, you can feel low about your job, but definitely a good week. Overall, I see the picture. It's a good week for fitness regime, for organizing your calendar, how you have to make money out of money in the future. So all those energies are pretty heightened. Competition, success, you have to file a lawsuit. All those things are good. You have to file for a loan. You can do that as well. Yeah, so this is it for all the zodiac signs. Stay blessed, everyone. Stay connected. Om Tat Sat.